Good morning. Welcome into today's HealthWise TV show. I'm your host, Ralph Hipp, and alongside me today are Paige Conlin and Randi LoBurgio. They are from Jayhawk Pharmacy and Patient Supply. We know we have a lot of new parents who watch our show. That's great, and especially you grandparents watching can certainly share the information with your loved ones too that we're talking about today. What we're talking about is issues of breastfeeding today, the technology and all the support stuff out there to help nurture your baby or grandchild. Paige and Randi, delighted to see you again. How are you, Paige?
Very good.
Randi, good to have you.
Nice to have
Well,
you.
at Jayhawk Pharmacy and Patient Supply, what sorts of equipment devices are there for the new mom?
The biggest thing that we carry is the electric breast pump. We carry both manual and an electric breast pump, which allows for whatever your insurance will pay for you to get. Right here we got one of our double electric breast pumps so that mom can pump from both sides, or she can breastfeed on one side and pump on the other.
Oh, that's cool. Randi, how cool is that? So the baby's on the right side, you could be pumping on the left all at the same time? Yeah. How new is this device, the double pump?
I honestly don't know.
I think they've had it for quite some time. It's definitely a great tool for moms, especially when they go back to work if they're still wanting to breastfeed. This will definitely get them through so that they can still provide breast milk to their babies.
Right. What are the issues particularly for breastfeeding moms that this would be a big help for them?
Babies who have trouble latching well, premature babies, they can't always, breastfeed right off at the beginning, so moms can pump their breasts and provide milk that way also, so the babies are still getting the best nutrition that they can.
Tell me about, we talk about traditional breastfeeding issues. How about the traditional breast pump where you just have the one at a time? There's still plenty of those available. And what should the new moms, and hopefully the dads are in on the decision, considering, well, what's the right kind of breastfeeding pump equipment that I need? What are the things we should consider?
First thing you should do is reach out to your insurance. If you're wanting it to be covered by your insurance, you need to reach out to them and express to them, I'm having my baby. Is this an item that you guys cover? If so, do you pay for a manual or an electric? Okay, you also need to find out from them, if I do want a electric breast pump, do I have to go through a specific type of provider? Some insurances require you get it via mail order. Some insurances says, nope, just go down to your local store and they'd be able to provide it for you.
You need to get it locally, such as at Jayhawk Pharmacy and Patient Supply for that. Randi, are there any other issues regarding insurance that our moms watching today should know about?
No, really just being informed and asking questions from your insurance. That's the best way to know what you're going to get.
With new parents, are they generally pretty good about it?
Yeah.
For the most part. Sometimes they're a little overwhelmed with everything else going on with your child. So, if it's not something you got to, let us know and we can contact them on your behalf while you're there in the store so we can make sure you get the appropriate item for your insurance.
Right. Well, with an electric pump or the big double pumper here or the traditional pump, how long do they normally last?
If you take care of it, it can last indefinitely. We have a pharmacist at our store who used it on her child who is now 13 years old, and it still works, and she hands it down between people. The only thing that does need to be replaced out is your tubing in your bottles, which would just be from a cleanliness standpoint. She replaces those out every 6 months or between usage, and they'll last forever. And this one's actually really cool because typically you think about someone has to go in the back room, plug into the wall and pump. This one actually has the ability to be run off of batteries, so you don't have to be stuck to that wall. You can be driving down the street, you can be doing household work, anything, and still be able to pump.
You can be mobile. So Randi, that mobility, that's a big convenience for moms. Is that also, that's been around a while, or that's a fairly new convenience? Well, I'm able to walk around with the baby and pump at the same time.
It's a fairly new convenience.
I
think as time is, technology advances, so does everything else.
We're with Paige Conlin and Randi LoBurgio. We're talking about breastfeeding pumps. For you new moms out there watching HealthWise, we're glad to have you here. So what are the things we have to have? What do we invest in? And what are the things that could last for a dozen years, or the things that we might need to replace every 6 months or a year?
Mainly just the tubing and the bottles. You'll want to replace that between babies if you just for cleanliness, and then if you need to, every couple years you'll have to just replace the pieces inside.
Every 2 years?
or at least between babies, just to make sure the pieces are still.
I think most parents, don't you see the parents do about every 2 years, we're ready for the next baby and ready for the next top of the equipment on the pump there.
Another question we get a lot is, well, during my baby shower, I received a whole bunch of different types of bottles.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone hears the different names, Medela, Amida, all of those. The bottles are actually interchangeable. It's just a regular bottle. It just screws on here. You're ready to go. So you don't have to worry about returning all of those bottles that you got at your baby shower.
Okay, and let's also get to the home baby apnea monitor.
Yes.
Sleep apnea. We have monitors for the babies as well. Is that what this is right here?
That's what that is.
Tell me more about this, Paige.
I'll be completely honest, I'm not as familiar with these. This is something that Randy, who actually worked in the
you do the grown-ups.
I do the big kids.
You do the
I do
big kids. So it's a different field. So Randy, the baby sleep apnea monitor that we have on the table, so describe this for me.
Babies who are born prematurely or with neurological conditions, they can sometimes have apneic events, which is pauses in their breathing. So most of the time they will outgrow it, but there are times when babies need to go home and still have these events going on. So the doctor will prescribe this machine that continuously monitors their heart rate and their respiratory rate.
Great. And we really just have a few seconds here, but insurance covers the monitors?
Yep.
And are they generally pretty cooperative with the parents on making sure that they're covered?
It's definitely medically needed, and it's very easy to use, and it's very beneficial to the babies.
And mommy doesn't have to worry all night as to whether baby's okay. It sends an alarm out that unless we cover the alarm up in the store, it wakes everybody up.
Yeah.
Right. And by Hummer Sports Park, remind us where you are.
6th and McVicker, it's 2620 Southwest 6th Avenue. We're there Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and give us a call if you have any questions.
Super. All right. Paige and Randy, I appreciate, and the moms and grandparents appreciate all the information you passed along, and great to see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The pumps and the apnea monitor. Well, remember that through the next 3 months, HealthWise is hosting those monthly senior suppers at Stormont Vail, the second Monday of every month, September, October, and November. $5.15 is the time, $5 is the cost, followed by a speaker on a health and wellness topic of great interest to you. We encourage you to come to the next 3. Call 354-5225 to make your reservations. All right, so hope you enjoyed the show. Don't go away. Next, we have our HealthWise TV exercise segment, some fun, invigorating, low-impact exercises you can do, and check with your doctor before you start this or any exercise program.